overview. My name is Noel Floyd. I'm the Director of Global Sales and Marketing here at Aegis Sciences. We do have our Vice President, Larry Lane, on here tonight. Very excited that you guys are on here tonight. What I really need you to do right now is turn off all distractions, okay? Get you a pad of paper, a pencil, a pen, whatever you need to get. Take some notes. This will be recorded, like we said, but we want you to really absorb some of the key points and just some of the fantastic features of our compensation plan, and just to show you some of the things tonight that we've got going on. And I think it's going to really blow your socks off, okay? Because once you really understand what we've got a hold of right here, you won't want to do anything else, and you actually won't want to sleep tonight either. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Mr. Larry Lane, Vice President of our company, and just like I said, turn off all distractions and make sure that you're taking notes tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my mic and turn it over to you, Larry.
Hey, Noel, thank you so much, and welcome everybody. I know we got a lot of people coming on, and really the purpose, what we wanted to do tonight was to show everybody the power of Aegis Sciences. We do have an amazing product. We've done a lot of team calls. There's a lot of people that are starting to make commissions because a lot of people are seeing results from our product. So what we really wanted to do tonight for 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, is just show you the power of our compensation plan. We're going to hit on a couple of the bullet points, a couple of the key factors that really got me excited about this business. And I think once you really see these and once you really understand how you can share this amazing product, bring in customers, and really start to make money, you're going to see the true power of what we have here at Aegis Sciences. So I really want to, let everybody know, if you get confused or you're like, I didn't quite understand what he just said, we are going to record this so you can share this with your teams. We've also got a great video, a full compensation overview at aegisciences.com. You just click on the opportunity video. You'll have about a 9-minute video, but I'm going to hit on 3 of the major points that literally can take the average person, maybe that's never done network marketing, and show them how to share a great product that's getting results and share that with people and start making incredible compensation. And I met with our CEO, Rick Creighton, about 2 months ago in Las Vegas, and Rick really said something that stood out. He said, I know there's going to be people in our company making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, but I really want 10, 20, 30,000 people making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, because that's a life-changing income that can help a lot of people better their lives. And that is what I'm about to show you with the 3 things. That's what we've got in place at Aegis Sciences that absolutely beats anything else out there. I did this training a couple of days ago with one of our teams, and once they really saw it and really understood it, and tonight you're going to actually have the slides with it, so you're going to get a visual and not just hear the audio. So Noel, I'm ready to go whenever you are. And just remember, I want everybody to also remember, we're going to talk about this right here, our team bonus pools. But remember, with our company, when you have 3 customers that come in and reorder the product with 3 customers, you're going to actually get your Body Drive, which is our shake. You're going to get that absolutely free. If you have 7 customers frontline, you are going to get both of our products for free. All you have to do is pay for your shipping. So that's incredible. We always say 3 and it's free, and I haven't had that in a long time. But with an amazing product like this, for you to be able to share it with 3 customers, especially with the testimonials that are coming in literally from around the world now with our product, your first goal should be to get 3 people and have it as free. And then your second goal is to get 7 customers frontline. Now you're getting both products. All you're paying for is shipping. And also 7 customers frontline is going to make you our very first rank in our company, which is manager. And being a manager is something very special, which we're going to show you in just a couple of slides. So the first thing that really drew me in was our team bonus pools. And this is very easy to accomplish. I mean, I know we've got a lot of great networkers on the line. Maybe we've got some people that are just getting into the business. But when we say our team bonus pools, this is actually a percentage of the company's overall global reorders. So that's every single person in this company, whether in Thailand, we've got teams starting in Russia, depending on where they are, everybody in the company, as they reorder, they're going to take percentages each week from all of those reorders and put them into these team bonus pools. Now I'm going to break it down for you. Our very first team bonus pool, your first goal is 3,500 team volume. That is executive manager. Now, as an executive manager, that would literally be about 35 people in your team if they were doing both products for the 100 BV. And we do have different BV packages, but again, a total of 3,500 BV would make you an executive manager, and that would get you into our first weekly team pool. And that's going to actually give you 4% again of the global reorders from everybody in the company. So let me give you an example. If we did $200,000 in reorders one week, 4% of that would be $8,000. So basically $8,000 would be divided that week for every single executive manager that was in that pool, and they would each take an equal share. Okay? So the first one again, 3,500 BV. I mean, there's people on this team that have done 350,000 BV in their team. So the second level that you want to get to is director. This is our 7,500 BV. So again, that would be 75 people on the 100 BV, or they could be on a combination of both. It's just 7,500 total team volume. That's going to give you another 4%. So now if we did the same $200,000 in reorders that week, there would be $8,000 that would go into the first bonus pool for the executive managers. There would also be $8,000 that would go into the second bonus pool for all of the directors. So technically, you are in both pools. If you're a director, you're already in the 3,500 pool, and now you've moved into the director pool. So you can go all the way up to 6 pools. The third one I want to talk about is the executive director. That would be 17,000 in volume in your team. Now, one thing you got to remember, once you get to 3,500, your team has already gained momentum. So it's not going to take long, especially with the testimonials coming in on our product with people losing weight, people having energy, people sleeping through the night. It's not going to take long to run through these first 3 very, very quickly. And this, again, is going to put people in that income range. We don't make income claims, but I'm telling you, if you've got your team rolling between the $2,000 to $5,000 a month mark, that is where somebody literally can come in and change their life. So one thing I want to say really, really quickly, we have a 40% rule. So let's just say that you had 35 people in your team doing the 100 BV for the executive manager. You could have about 15 of those in one direct lineage or one leg. So 15 up to 40% can be on one team. Now that would mean the other 60% to equal your 3,500 BV. That could be in all of your other legs combined or 2 other legs, it doesn't matter. So we have a 40% rule, so one large team can account for 40%. So, I'm telling you, I just went to Chicago. We just did a meeting in Chicago, and I think we had 7 people in that room that had lost 20 pounds or more. I know Amanda's on the webinar tonight. She gave an incredible testimonial. And we've just got a product that's helping a lot of people. So when you really look at what's already happening in Age of Sciences just in the first 8 weeks, and now we've got incredible team bonus pools like that, to pull 12% for 170 people as an executive director in your team, that's pretty incredible. I know companies, and I've talked to leaders that literally have 18,000 people. This one gentleman has 18,000 people in his current downline, and he still has not hit the 1% global pool at his company. Now, we've got 170 people on 100 BV, and you can actually be pulling up to 12%, 4% in 3 separate pools. So this is pretty incredible. And as you can see, presidential director, that would be 35,000 or 350 people on 100 BV. But remember, as you start to get momentum, as your team is growing, as the testimonials are coming in, you're going to start landing in the bonus pools very, very quickly. And I really want to address this. Somebody said, well, what if everybody gets in the pools? There's going to be nothing there. Well, you got to remember, anybody that comes into the bonus pools, just like the executive director pool, if somebody gets into that bonus pool, guess what? They just bought 17,000 BV with them. So everybody coming into the pools is also bringing bonus and to the pools. So the pools are always getting bigger and growing with the company. And again, these are all based on a weekly check. This is the company's overall reorders. It doesn't matter if Thailand's not in your team. It doesn't matter if Russia's not in your team. It doesn't matter if teams in Canada. It's the whole company, everybody's reorders every single week. That is what makes up the percentages once you get into the team bonus pool. So Noel, I think we're good on that one. We're going to move on. The next thing that we're going to talk about is our grid bonuses. And you know, if you've done network marketing, if you think about our grid, it works a lot like a unilevel. And you know, this is basically the customers that you personally share it with, the customers that they share it with, and they share it with, and they share it with. We call this structure in Asia Sciences your grid. And I just want to show you just very quickly how powerful it can be with a coded bonus. And maybe you've never worked with a coded bonus, but I'm going to explain to you how good that is right now, because we have an incredible coded bonus at Asia Sciences. And with just a little bit of effort, you can actually work down many, many, many levels in your team, because we believe if you share this with customers and they're having huge success, you should be rewarded for that. And I'm about to show you how Asia Sciences rewards you better than any company I've ever seen. I've been doing this for 25 years. My dad was a networker for 43 years, and he used to write comp plans, and I've never seen one like this. So I was very, very excited when Rick and Eric showed it to me, but I'm going to explain that to you right now. So what happens is, you know, all of our packages, when people come into the company, we've all heard of the Fast Start or the direct commission. So we have those here, and I'll explain, you know, if you share this with somebody and you bring in a customer, you're going to get a Fast Start, but every single Fast Start sale, it also kicks out a matching coded bonus. And that's where I really want you to understand it. I want everybody right now to write this down, because you're going to need this information. So write this down. Your evens code their odds, and your odds code their evens. So I really want you to write that down, and when you watch the video again, you're going to understand that. So your even customers code their odds, and your odd customers code their evens. Okay, so we're going to say that this person right here that the arrow is pointing at, we're going to say that that is Noel. So Noel is at the top, he's in the big bubble, he's in the blue. Okay, so what happens is, when Noel comes in and Noel starts sharing this with customers, the very first person that Noel puts in the red shirt, and the arrow is pointing at him, that would be Noel's very first customer. So this would be an odd customer for Noel. The second one that Noel puts in is in the light blue shirt. This is going to be an even person for Noel. His third direct in the dark blue shirt is going to be an odd. So you get it. He's got 10 personals. Red, the first one is an odd, number 2 is an even, number 3 is an odd, number 4 is an even. So we're going to do this entire example just off of the very first person in the red shirt. That's the first person Noel brought in, and this entire diagram is all based on that first person. Number 2 through 10, nobody has done anything. So all of these little diagrams you see are just from the first customer. So let me show you how this works. Okay. So Noel brings in, we're going to say that Noel brings in Larry. So Larry is right there in the pink shirt. I'm the first person he brings in, so I am one of Noel's odds. So what happens is, remember the golden rule, odds code their evens. So when I bring in my first person, nothing's going to happen right there. I'm going to make a fast start, but nothing really happens for Noel, because an odd has just brought in an odd, and that does not code Noel. But the minute I bring in my second customer, what just happened was an odd just coded an even. So I'm going to get a fast start bonus, and Noel is going to get a $20 matching code on that. Okay, so he gets a matching code. Now Larry goes out and shares it with somebody else. So I'm going to bring in my third person. Well, again, that's an odd coding an odd, so that's going to go to somebody else. But the minute I bring in my fourth person, I get my fast start. Noel just had an odd code another even, so Noel is going to get a matching $20 coded bonus. Now, if I went out as an odd and I signed up 100 people front line to myself, 100 customers, well, guess what? I would get 100 fast starts, because I'm the direct sponsor and I always get my fast start, but 50 of mine would be even. So Noel would get 50 codes right there, because an odd, which was me for Noel, an odd coded 50 even. So now Noel would get 50 matching coded bonuses. But it gets better than that. Okay, once you start a code, once an odd brings in an even, that code continues unblockable depth and unblockable width. Every time I bring in an even or every time my even brings in an even. So let's just say that my 50 evens that just coded null, all 50 of those are now taking the product, and all 50 of them start sharing the product. Every time one of those evens brings in an even, null will get another matching coded bonus. That can go literally unblockable width and unblockable depth. The only thing you have to do to open the entire grid is you have to become a manager with 7 customers. Once you become a manager, so 7 is really a magical number here, because 7 is not only going to make you a manager, which is going to open up this grid, literally unblockable width and unblockable depth, but it's also going to get you both of your products free for just the shipping. So now let's go back to the example. The same thing would happen. Let's just say that Noel brought in Beth. Okay, so Beth is his second person. The evens work the exact opposite. So what would happen is Beth is an even. So right when Beth brings in her first customer, an even has just coded an odd. So Beth's going to make a fast start, and Noel is going to make a $20 code. So that is going to start the same way. When that odd person brings in an odd, and they bring in an odd, and they bring in an odd, it's going to continue to code null. And again, if they go 100 people wide, 50 of those are going to be odd, 50 of those are going to give a main code to null, and then all 50 of those odds, as they start to share the business, every single odd is going to go wide and unblockable depth. And as a manager, null continue to get these matching coded bonuses off of these. So your evens code your odds, and your odds code your evens. Another thing that they've done here at Asia Sciences that I never saw before, these same codes that people are starting to form when your evens start coding and your odds start coding, these same levels are also going to code your residuals each week. So, if we had 200,000 people in our company, and let's say the first week, 60,000 of them actually renewed or reordered, what would happen is these same lineage legs would also code your reorders, and it's at a 2% rate. So if someone is ordering one of our products, on average, that would be $4. And then if they were ordering both products, on average, that would be about $8. So all of these little 20s that you see on the diagram, as people start to reorder, these are going to be first orders. So they're going to be coming in every single week, but you're also going to have 4s and 8s popping up in the coded bonus as well, because a lot of these people are reordering. So I'm telling you, manager, 7 customers is a very powerful rank. And as you also get to director and you get to other ranks, you're going to get higher coded bonuses as well. And these are all 20s. These are all based on our 109 package, and these are all based on our 199 package. Now, if someone came in at our gold pack, which was $299, all of these little 20s would actually be $30 fast starts and $30 codes. If they came in at our $499 platinum, these would all be $50 and $50 codes. So we got different packages. So and just remember, I'm telling you, this coded bonus, again, once you become manager, you go down through 2 manager generations. You literally can be coding down unblockable depth and width. So this is very, very, very strong. I think I covered everything on this one. And again, asiasciences.com, click on the opportunity video. But again, this is just from one person. This is from the very first person in the diagram. The odd one is actually, no, if you want to go back for 1 second, I'm sorry. I really wanted to make this point to just show everybody how strong this could be. Okay, the very first person is the odd one. All of this down below, all of these 20s, all of these codes that have started creating is all from person number 1. He's the only one that's done anything. So what you're seeing below him is all evens because they've all coded that odd. Now just imagine if number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, all the way through 10, can you imagine when they start sharing their business and all of these legs literally look like this diagram? You could have 10 structures just like this that are all running together. And these codes, again, are just going to be incredible. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the matching bonus. And, another thing, I've never seen this at Asia Science, and I hope you guys are excited because I'm telling you, when I saw this and when I really understood it, I couldn't sleep because I know our product gets results and I know how strong this is. a lot of times in networking, when you get a matching bonus, they can be great, but usually they're just on your personal people. Usually they're just on your directs, usually. So what happens here is you've got the same structure. This is our grid. This is our unilevel. These are all customers in your business. So what happens is once you become a manager, once you hit 7 customers that are all reordering at least one of our products, you're going to hit the manager status. This is going to open up what we call the level 1 grid bonus. And if you think about a level 1 grid bonus, everybody's got a level 1. It's basically my customers and their customers and their customers. Everybody's got a level 1. So when we say you open up as a manager with 7 customers, when you open up your grid bonus, your level 1 bonus, you literally can open up everybody in your structure through 2 manager generation. This can actually be hundreds of people that you're matching on a weekly basis. So all of these numbers that you see, Noel is back at the top. I'm going to use Noel as the diagram. So Noel is the person in blue. So basically the front line, the people that you see on that very front line where it's pointing to every single arrow, these are Noel's direct. So what you're seeing in the blue bubbles is 20%. This very first one is $750. So Noel made 20% of what he made. So Noel's cut right there would be $750. So Noel made a 20% match. The second person, they made their salary for the week, and Noel's 20% match, he made $100. The third person was $250. So you can see how strong that is when you literally, that's not only his frontline people, but again, it goes down through 2 manager generations. So you could literally, as a manager with just 7 customers, you could be matching 20% on 10, 20, 30 people, 50 people, 100 people through 2 manager generation. Now, as you earn your ranks and you get to director, director would be 7,500 in BV. That would literally open up an additional 10%. So now through the director levels, he's actually matching 30%. So, and you can literally earn up through the ranks all the way through up to 35% that you could literally be matching. And all of these people in blue, you're matching their fast start bonuses, you're matching their coded bonuses, and you're matching their matching bonuses weekly. So you can see how incredible this is as well. And I mean, this is really where I think the most people are just going to make incredible life-changing money. I know Noel Floyd hit manager 2 weeks ago, and his very next paycheck, he matched 29 people in his team at 20%. So I'm telling you guys, we have a compensation plan, and if someone thinks they've got a better compensation plan, I'll take the challenge. Please put me on the phone with them, because as far as the team bonuses, to be able to earn 12% of the global company's reorders for 170 people in your team doing 100 BV, that's incredible. The second thing is those coded bonuses that literally, once you start those coded bonus legs, not only will they continue to pay you fast starts going all the way down as new people are coming in, but they're also going to code you monthly reorders. And everything you see here is a weekly check. So these all are paid weekly. And then this matching bonus, I mean, eventually you think about when these people are earning $10,000 a week and Noel's already making 35% match just off one person. I mean, that would be 3,500 BV, right? I mean, $3,500 just off one single match. And you can see the diagram, how many people that this person is matching. And again, this is the same example. This is just customer number 1. Customer number 1, he made $750 off of, and all of this diagram is all of that person's downline that he's actually matching. Number 2 through 10, they haven't done anything yet. All they're doing, Noel's just making a direct match because those are his personal. So you can imagine if number 2 through 10, if they started sharing the product, I mean, this would be literally quadruple wide what Noel could be matching on his people. So, and again, at the end of the day, I want everybody to realize, you know, we've got some life-changing testimonials coming in. This is a real long-term company. You know, we've got, I always say Amanda Reeder. Amanda is the example in Chicago because she is not a network marketer. She's now lost, I think, 25 pounds, and she gave her testimonial in Chicago, and she was crying. You know, she's like, I've lost weight. I feel great. I've got the energy to stand up and play with my daughter. Amanda's not a networker, but I'm telling you, Amanda is sharing her story, and Amanda is going to become incredibly wealthy in this company just by sharing her real story because she knows the product works. And that tells me, I'm telling you, Asia Science is something that you should be sharing with everybody. The products are changing lives. We opened up literally this week Thailand, Russia, we're opening up Mexico. This is going to be a global phenomenon. And I'm telling you, when you look at those team bonus pools, when you're pulling 4%, 4%, and 4%, you think about people in Thailand maybe eventually 6 months from now when there's 30 or 40,000 people just in that one market. And when they all start reordering, you're getting a cut. You're getting a piece of the company. And Eric Caparisi and Rick Creighton, they have designed this where average people that maybe don't know networking can come in, they can share this with other customers. You can absolutely build a life-changing opportunity and income with this company. You know, a lot of people in the industry that maybe have never had a chance or never had success, you think about the very first bonus pool is 3,500 BV. That's 35 people in your team, and you've got testimonials coming in like this. Everybody has a chance here. Everybody has hope here. This is a company that's brought a lot of people out of retirement. I probably heard that from 10 really big networkers. I was never going to do another network marketing company. I had absolutely retired, but you're going to give me my last big home run, and I can't thank you enough for that. And this is something that can help everybody. So, you know, Noel, I'm just excited to be here. I really hope that people replay this. If you didn't quite get it, replay it, because I'm telling you, when you get it and the light bulb goes off, you're not going to sleep. And just start sharing this with people, start sharing it with customers, and you can absolutely change your life at Asia Sciences. We have live weekly calls. We have live weekly trainings. Every Sunday night, we're going to do this training at 10 o'clock Eastern. We have our Tuesday night testimonial calls at 9 o'clock Eastern. And every Thursday, we have our power call, which really motivates you going in through the weekend to build your business. So you've got the leadership, you've got the support, you've got the product, and you absolutely have the best comp plan on the planet. You can take that to the bank. And also, I just want to say one last thing, Crown Elite University. That is over $200,000. Go to Crown Elite University, click on resources. I've had other leaders tell me I've never had a training site where everything is all together right there under resources. There's so many incredible things back there. And I know Dr. Holmes, Dr. Darren, he put a lot of that together for us. So, you know, we've just got everything here to give you a turnkey business, to give everybody that success that they're looking for. So, Noel, I can't thank you enough. And if you want to come on and close it out again, everybody, thank you for taking your time on Sunday night to be here with us.